It's 2 in the morning. My roommate is surrounded by highlighters, sticky notes, and empty energy drink cans, staring at the same page for hours. He's been studying all night. I closed my laptop earlier, watched an episode, and went to sleep. The next morning, we walk into the same biochemistry exam. And that moment forced me to question something important. Not how much we were studying, but how we were studying. Most people believe effort guarantees results. If you put in more hours, you should get better grades. But studying doesn't reward effort. It rewards understanding how your brain actually learns. And once you understand that, everything changes.
Here's the problem. Most students study the same way. They read the chapter, highlight a few lines, reread their notes, maybe cram the night before. It feels productive because you're busy. And then, a few days later, almost everything is gone. That's because your brain doesn't work like a hard drive. You can't just upload information and expect it to stay there. Your brain doesn't truly learn by reading. It learns by pulling information out. That shift alone changes everything. This is what I call the lazy genius study system. 5 principles that help you study less, remember more, and stop wasting time on methods that feel productive but don't actually work.
The first principle is the Feynman Technique. Richard Feynman had a simple rule. If you can't explain something simply, you don't really understand it. So instead of rereading notes endlessly, you study a topic, close your book, and explain it out loud like you're teaching someone who knows nothing. For example, instead of saying, "Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell," you explain it like this. It's basically a power plant. It takes fuel and turns it into energy the cell can use. Wherever your explanation breaks down or starts sounding unclear, that's the part you don't truly understand yet. Recognition isn't understanding. Being able to explain something clearly is. The second principle is active recall. This is going to sound harsh, but someone needs to say it. Rereading your notes is a waste of time. Here's what actually works. After you study something, close the book. Grab a blank piece of paper, write down everything you remember. No peeking, no cheating, just your memory and that page. It's going to feel hard. It's going to feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is your brain actually building connections. The third principle is spaced repetition. Your brain deletes information it doesn't use, but forgetting follows a predictable pattern. If you review information right before you're about to forget it, the memory lasts longer the next time. So instead of cramming once, you review over time. Today, then tomorrow, then a few days later, then a week later, then 2 weeks later. Each short review extends how long that information stays with you. This is how something goes from, "I know this for the test," to, "I actually understand this." The fourth principle is the 80-20 rule, also called the Pareto principle. Not all material matters equally, even though students treat it that way. In most courses, a small portion of the content shows up again and again in exams. So instead of treating every page the same, you look for patterns. You review past exams. You notice what teachers repeat. You pay attention to examples they emphasize. You focus deeply on what matters most, then expand outward. Studying smart doesn't mean skipping work. It means prioritizing intelligently instead of spreading your effort thin everywhere. The fifth principle is environment design. Most people blame themselves when they can't focus. But when your phone is on your desk, you will check it. If Netflix is 1 click away, you will watch it. If your bed is right there, you will lie down. Your environment controls your behavior way more than your discipline ever will. You change your setup. Your phone isn't on your desk. It's in another room. The sites you always waste time on are blocked during study sessions. Your desk stays clear, except for what you're working on right now. When distractions stop pulling at you, focus stops feeling like a fight. And when you start combining these ideas, something shifts. Studying stops feeling heavy. You don't need 8-hour marathons or extreme motivation. You just need a better system. The first week will feel strange. You'll want to highlight pages again. You'll want to reread just one more time because it feels comfortable. That's normal. That's old habits resisting change. Wanting to study less isn't lazy. Wanting to study better is smart. There's a difference between being busy and being effective. So here's what I want you to do tonight. Pick one principle from this video, just one. Use it in your next study session. See what happens. Because you're not far off. You're just one system away from changing the way you learn. This channel is just getting started. If this helped you think a little differently, consider following. I'll be breaking this system down even further in the next video.